One second. All right. So this is the 12th February, and this is the 12th of February. So fast. We're already like almost halfway through the second month of the year, right? Time actually is going faster and faster as we grow a little bit older. And yeah, I'm basically what's happening now is if you are actually operating or running a business in the Southeast Asia region, in fact, in most of the countries around the world that I'm actually serving right now, um, you are actually having a little bit a period that I call the advertisers holiday, whereby the overall CPM is actually lower as compared to the previous season, which is we had this Chinese New Year, and prior to that we had the New Year, we had the year-end sale and all this kind of thing, and eventually that is the thing that is really pushing, the what do we call that? It's really pushing the CPM and the advertising costs higher. So now is the time that things are actually getting more stable right now. So if you really want to test something different, you want to test new advertising strategy, or you want to test new audience or new creative, this is actually probably the best time, because I'm actually really talking about the lower cost that we are seeing across the globe. It's really a time that we should really take advantage on. All right, so yeah, welcome to Ask Jason Anything. This thing happens every Sunday night at 10 p.m., which is like what we're having right now. I'm from Malaysia, so if you're watching from other part of the world, you have to check, the time zone, the time difference between us. Okay, so so this is what I've been doing for 110 episodes already. This is the episode 110, and then it's really something that I enjoy doing, and I intend to do this in the foreseeable future. So what I do is I answer questions for half an hour. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding about Facebook advertising or digital marketing, feel free to pop your questions. Now, here's how you actually can pop your questions over. First thing first, I would strongly recommend that you start with my YouTube channel, which is a place that I've been posting videos for the past 2-3 years now. We have about 900 over videos in the channel answering questions about Facebook advertising and digital marketing. I would encourage that you search for an answer. Possibly I've already answered your question before. If you can't really find an answer to your questions that you are having, all you need to do is to pop your question as a comment in any of my videos on my YouTube channel. So what I'll do is I'll pick them up and I'll be answering your questions on the following Sunday. So all you need to do is to come back on the following Sunday after you ask the question, and then we will be here. Okay, all right, so we have some questions already. So I will actually come back to the question here. Like here we have at Sen Create, Shen something probably. You have this question. I'll come back to this later on after I answer all the questions that I've captured. So good friend Kevin, how are you? And then we have a new friend, Nessa's Kitchen. How are you? How are you? Thank you for joining me. Welcome in, welcome in. And we have Wong Kai Bon. I think I saw you last week, right? Welcome in, welcome in. So, yep, if you have any questions, what I'll do is I'll answer the questions I captured in the previous week, and I'll answer them first. And then after that, I'll come back to your question. If you have any questions, feel free to pop in a comment right now as you are here with me. And I'll go over your questions real quick after I do all this. Okay, now, I'm just gonna bring it up real quick. Okay, so Ask Jason Anything on, this is happening on Facebook and YouTube, but definitely, I would love if you can actually join me on YouTube, because I can actually capture your name and everything easier. Okay, so yeah, let's do it there. Anyway, but you can still watch it on my Facebook group, Facebook pages and all. You won't miss a thing. Okay, now let's go to the first question. This is the question coming from Benjamin. Okay, Benjamin is asking, so he's having an issue about the page isn't allowed to advertise. It's not the business manager or the account, but only the Facebook page. Is there a quick way to solve that, or easier creating a new page to advertise from? Okay, now this is a very common problem. For those who are having account disabled issue, the account permanently disabled or restricted, whether it's on the business manager level, the page level, the profile level, currently there is no workaround. Okay, at this point of time, if your personal profile is being restricted from advertising, there is nothing much you can do right now, because if it's a permanent restriction, For any level, there is no other way that we can actually submit our appeal or whatnot after the final decision. So it's a painful situation, I understand, but then again, we just have to, find a workaround. So for Benjamin's situation, a restricted Facebook page is actually the lightest of all problems. It's the easiest to solve. Okay, because if you have a page that is restricted, I mean, from advertising, bear in mind, you can still post, you can still do your posting regularly, you can still reach your fans, you can still do your messaging, probably if you did not really violate some serious rules. All you can't do is really just advertising. So if you really want to drive business for your business, I mean, drive sales or traffic for your business, you can actually keep the old page running as a regular posting, and you can actually start a new page just to run ads. Okay, I've actually helped quite a number of businesses to solve this problem. So you just need to just start what's Facebook page and connect it with the ads manager. Then you can start running ads in no time. I would strongly recommend that you go through the situation. I mean, create a page to start first. Don't really need to drill on the old page. Oh, I've done so much. I've gathered so many people. There's nothing much you can do anyway. And like I said, it's a huge following, it's okay. You can still do your commenting and all that. You can still do your regular posting. You don't lose a thing. But if you want to run ads, don't dwell on it. Start a new page and start running ads. So yeah, so this is what happened. Now, for anyone who's having any problem about account restriction issues or your permanent restriction, whether it's on a profile, Facebook page level, business manager level, I think currently, the wave is still ongoing. There are still a lot of inquiries coming back to me looking for answer for this question. What I want to say here is every situation is rather unique in their own way. So some actually just landed on a country or foreign country, then they got restricted. Some actually got somebody else advertising from other countries, they got restricted. There are many weird reasons. So and there are different levels of restriction, as I mentioned just now. So I won't be able to really give you a clear answer on how you can navigate and solve the problem. But if you need help, okay, I would strongly recommend, if you have this problem, if you have any questions about Facebook advertising or anything at all right, or you can actually scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can spend half an hour together to look into your situation one-on-one. So yeah, for those who are not comfortable raising a question on a live like this, and you want me to look at your situation on a one-on-one basis, you can scan this QR code, and we can actually discuss about your situation over there. Okay, so that's from Benjamin. Thank you. And the next one is coming from Andrea the cat. Okay, now Andrea the cat has a situation about Instagram account. So Instagram account got disabled a few days ago for an unknown issue. So when you try to log in, states your Instagram account was suspended because the link Facebook account doesn't follow the community standard. You can request a review of the decision on Facebook. So when you log into the link Facebook account, it's not suspended. Everything is fine. You used to work in a media agency, blah, 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 blah. No longer work here, blah, blah, blah. Then you have no access to it. All right, solid. No, okay. Now, basically, your situation can only be solved by the account manager of the admin of the Instagram account. You see, here's the situation. When your Instagram account got suspended, you are not able to log in, so but the problem here is, if you have been running ads before, your Instagram account should be connected to a business manager. So you need that owner of the business manager or the admin of the business manager to go in and request for a ticket for you. There is nothing else you can do unless you actually can log into the Instagram account and you can find a way to talk to them. Because the thing here is, if you want to get someone or media partner or like us as an agency to come in and help you, when you are not able to log into the account, how can you actually assign the admin status to our business manager and solve the problem? That's why for any Instagram business owners out there, if you have an Instagram business account, I would actually strongly recommend that you connect it with a business manager. And then after that, do it in the proper connection, connect to a Facebook page and do things in a more, more structured way. Because if there's anything happen, you can always go back to the the business manager level to seek solution or seek help from Facebook. And provided your business manager is a, in a way, matured one that has been running ads and you have maintained a good relationship with Facebook, then everything should be easier. That's why it's more recommended to go by Instagram. I mean, Business Manager. So yeah, Andrea, I hope I somehow answer your question, because to be frank, it's very, very so-called complicated. I wouldn't be able to just come in and look at it, with all the words that you provide and to give you an answer. But nonetheless, if you have any account related or Instagram account connection issue, you can actually scan this QR code and buy me a coffee. We can actually look into your situation together. Okay, frankly speaking, there are many different situations. Okay, like I say, I've encountered so many different scenarios and all that. I wouldn't be able to just give you an absolute answer just like that and say, hey, this is how you do it. So if you want to do something, if you want to actually get a third party eye to look at your situation, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can spend half an hour together. All right. So that's from Andrea. Next, we have Nazar Ismail. I'm not sure whether this is Nasser's kitchen over there. So your Facebook recently got restricted from advertising and affecting your ability to run ads for your Facebook page with 230,000 followers. You have not run any ads for years, so you are very puzzled. Can I help? Okay, now, okay, here's what happened. Okay, if you have a Facebook page restricted issue, like I say, you are only being restricted from running ads. Okay, on the front end, your followers still there. You don't lose a thing. You don't lose the number. Everything is still there. You can still message them if they message you. You can still post regularly and do whatever as you do. Just that you are not able to run ads with it. So here's the situation. Why is this happening? Somebody actually likes to know an answer. To be frank, I do not know for sure, but here's what Facebook is trying to do, and it has been trying to actually validate, businesses behind especially if you have a page, and especially if you have been running ads. If you have run ads before with an ad account, they will always randomly pick where, to request for your ID verification. So this is the thing that if you're not very active, you probably will miss the notification. So if you missed it, according to Facebook, they say you have to actually follow the steps and do whatever requests, within 90 days. But I would recommend to do it within a week or two anyway. So if you have missed the deadline, then the decision is final. So for Nasser's situation here, I would say, I would just start a new page and run ads if you need to run ads. You get what I mean? And the old page can still be there. You can actually start running ads with the new page and all. And basically, if you're posting, you can actually mirror post on both sides anyway. Just that when the time is more matured, you can actually merge the two pages. You won't lose a thing anyway. So just go through the steps. And if you're not able to merge, if the new page has been establishing a good relationship with Facebook after a while, then you will be still able to request for any help to kind of like look back into the situation or the restriction that you have on the page. I would say business can't wait. We just have to find any way to actually just proceed with whatever we can do right now. So let's not dwell into whatever situation you're having. Let's get through it real quick and, really like solve the problem and start running all the business activities you need to do, especially advertising. Okay, so Nessus, so that's my answer to that. But nonetheless, if you need help, always scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can actually spend half an hour together to look at your situation. I'll be able to, give you suggestions based on whatever you have right now. I mean, like I say, I need to look at your situation to give you personalized recommendation. Okay, right. So, yep. Next, we have Bobby. Now, Bobby has been quite interesting. Bobby has been following my AMA for the past 2-3 weeks, and he always comment when I end the live. So it's a very interesting that he left this comment saying, "What can be an issue if Facebook account is not verified and is scheduled for permanent deletion?" Well, the issue is it's not verified. You get what I mean? Yeah, the issue is it's not verified. Like I said, from time to time, Facebook would actually purge accounts, and they will request for ID verification just to make sure that you are a real human behind, whether it's a Facebook page, a profile, a business manager, or an ad account. So it's always advisable to kind of like come back and look at any messages coming back from Facebook and, react to it. Just submit any document that they are asking from you and go through all the verification and all that necessary. And just to make sure that you are, on top of games, because all this submission is very easy. But if you missed it, If you miss the deadline, it's gone. Yeah, so Bobby, yeah, I don't need to actually flash back the QR code. If you need help to look into that, scan the QR code previously, but well, that's all I can say, because frankly speaking, yeah, that's probably the problem. All right, so yeah, I hope you're good. Now, the last question I have is coming from Humble Tisoy. Anyway, so your account is restricted for 3 months on ads. It's possible. If possible, will we come back the ads or maybe lost? Now, if your ad account is restricted, is it like, your question is very big. Is it your ad account restricted? Is it your personal profile restricted? Is it the business manager account restricted, or the page is being restricted? I do not know. So if it's the ad account restricted, like I say, it depends on what kind of restriction you have. If it's just a temporary restriction, maybe they're asking for something. So just click on any buttons that you can see to kind of like look for any review or whatever. Try to go through the steps. And yeah, you don't need anyone to guide you. It's not science. It's not rocket science anyway. Just follow the steps, submit whatever they're asking from you, and hopefully everything will be okay. But if it's a permanent restriction, excuse me, then it's permanent. Okay, so in that case, then you probably have to restart an exercise, like start a business manager, start a page, and start an ad account and all that, to probably restart everything again. So yeah, but I do not know for sure what's happening to you. So I would strongly recommend to do the same thing, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can spend half an hour looking into your situation so that I can actually give you personalized advice on your situation. So yeah. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And next we have coming, there are a few questions coming in. Okay, now, so this is Ascend Creation. So he's asking, is it true that using website and shop destination instead of website lower the CPM? No. You see, there is no way to lower the CPM. I mean, the only way to lower the CPM, I mean, yes, objective does affect, but it's really about a combination of things. You see, like when it comes to Facebook advertising, I will always believe that we shouldn't be paying attention to single metric. Okay, the reason why you're looking to lower your CPM is probably because you believe by lowering the CPM you have lower cost per result. That may not be necessarily the case, because when you lower the CPM, you get lousy traffic coming in, and you will still not get conversion. You see, we have seen so many cases when we use objectives like engagement, even traffic, as opposed to conversion. We have very low CPM, but we don't get conversion. Reason being is you're not getting the right people to come in. So I don't think this is a wise thing to do by simply chasing CPM. Rather, I would say look at the overall performance of the campaign. I think that will be the better move, in my opinion. Yeah. So, like I said, when I'm running ads for certain countries, I know the CPM is going to be expensive, but as long as the result is coming back, I'm pretty happy, because I'm actually eyeing on the outcome instead of single metric. That's what I think. Okay, Asen, thank you for the question. But if you need help, nonetheless, you can scan this QR code, and we can spend half an hour together real quick to look at your situation, or to give you more personalized advice on your campaign. Probably some steps to maybe to optimize the performance and all that. We can actually do that together. Okay, so that's that. And the next one we have coming from Chiwai. So the T1, you added new ad set running 2 concurrently. The turn-off targeting plus 2 days increase leads by 30 to 35%, just to share, still monitoring. Good for you. Good for you. Sometimes, Facebook advertising, although we know that there are a lot of techniques or structures or framework that can go behind it, but there are still some weird luck element in it. Like the other day, I was just advising a client from Morocco. 1 month ago, same audience, same ad set, same creative. It was doing so well, but entered January, everything just kaput. And what we did was like we restart the whole damn thing again, and eventually, well, things come back. So you have no idea. So what I would say is, sometimes we just have to know when to stop kind of like dwelling. You see, at points we will be like, oh, it used to do so well, I have to find a way to keep running it and all that, So I will wait until you come back, I will wait for it to come back. Sometimes we can't really wait, because like I said, there's some luck element. So You can actually always restart things. If you totally believe that the audience that you're targeting is right and the creative has been working well, it should be working right now, you can actually keep testing and restarting and all that to find the better way. But thanks for sharing, Chiwai. Thanks for that. Okay, now next we have Cecilia. So in your CPAS conversion, you want to retarget add to carts and view content in the last 7 to 15 days. Meta saying this audience is too small. 1K audience is too small. How small is small? I mean, Meta will always say it's small. But if you know what you want to do, I mean, it's okay. Because to be frank, if it's only a 7 days retargeting and your audience, like the visitors is not great, it's okay. But Facebook do not stop you from running ads to a small audience. They will actually advising you or, just to give you a highlight saying that it's a bit small. But nonetheless, you should be able to proceed with it. Yeah, try proceeding it and run it. There is no right or wrong answer, like big or small, there's nothing wrong about it. As long as there is at least like 150, 200 people within the audience itself, it should run. But nonetheless, put it to test. Like I always like to tell my students or clients that, the yellow exclamation marks, those kind of notices or warnings, you can actually ignore. Don't be afraid. Just proceed, because as long as you know what you're doing, just continue doing what you're doing. That's what I think. All right, Cecilia, thanks for the question. And Nessa's Kitchen, your personal profile is permanently restricted from running ads. Your wife can still run personal ads. Should create a business manager, invite to the ads, or better stay away. Okay, now if your personal profile is restricted, it's gone. Your wife can start everything for you and start running ads for you, and you borrow her account to run ads and everything will be all right. But then your personal profile is toast. You will not be able to be added into any business manager anymore. So I would suggest that you probably start a new profile, okay, do regular whatever for, like at least 2 months, okay? And at the same time, your wife business manager will go through all the running ads and all that. She'll probably be request for verification and all that. Stabilize on both sides. 2 months later, she can invite you into the new business manager as an admin, and hopefully everything will be okay. That's what I think. That's what I would advise anyone to solve this problem. So try that. And yeah, tell me what you do. So, all right. So tell me how you do. Okay. So yeah, your wife and I are page admins. Your wife and you are page admins. Okay. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Just let her do whatever. And this personal profile that's being restricted, stay away. Okay. And Patrick is asking, have I tried promoting online gambling? Tried particularly direct to site? I don't. Okay, I don't do anything that is not allowed by Facebook, especially I stay away from gambling and anything that is not allowed by Facebook. Thanks for the question, Patrick. Okay, and Joy say, thanks for great advice. Anytime. So Chiwai say yesterday 6 leads, today 13. Happy for you, man. Happy for you. So yeah, I mean, it's something that we do, right? So if it's not working, then we will just restarting. Yeah, so okay, so that's all the questions I have. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, I can actually give you a minute or two, but if you have anything, just let me know. If not, wow, okay, yeah, you're done earlier today. I'm pretty cool with that. Anyway, we don't really need to drag for until 30 minutes. Okay, no question? Perfect. So yeah, Nessa say, thank you, no problem, anytime. Just come back to this, all right? So like I said, this is what I do every Sunday night. Okay, been doing it for 100 over weeks now. I'll definitely continue doing it. If you have any questions, first, try to find an answer on my YouTube channel. If you can't find anything, pop your questions as a comment in any of my videos, and I'll bring them over to answer them like this every Sunday night. On the following Sunday, come and join me. If you guys are free, join me on Sundays and give me any questions. I do my best to help you over here. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great week ahead. Well, it's going to be a new week, and see you next week. Good night. Bye.